On today's Toy Spot, we are having a look at the Jazwares NBA Heroes Derrick Rose. This comes to us from a really cool new line of toys from Jazwares. It's Series 1, and you basically get NBA characters with really cool augmented pieces, like little armor pieces. It's a really neat idea. It's kind of something that I would imagine seeing, back in the day where you took sports athletes. It kind of reminds me of was it Pro Stars? What was that show with Bo? And we had Michael Jordan and Wayne Gretzky. Was it Pro Stars? Kind of reminds me of Pro Stars. You also get a real jersey on Derrick Rose, which is a kind of nice touch. It looks like it comes with some robotic armored boots. Comes with an armored cannon hand and a Spartan helmet. On the back of the package, the other characters down below, the other players down below, you can get there's LeBron James, we have Kevin Durant, Kobe Bryant, Derrick Rose, we have Carmelo Anthony, and Blake Griffin. A read-up on Derrick Rose, Chicago Bulls #1, height is 6'3", weight 190 pounds, equipped long shot speed enhancing boots, and inertia field helmet. Derrick Rose has a need for speed. His abilities allow him to move incredibly fast with dexterity to match. His helmet not only helps him turn on a dime at such high speeds, but also builds an inertia field while he is running, which keeps him protected. With his super speed, Derrick can vibrate his body or just his arms to build up an energy that stores in his gloves and can be released as Sonic Blast. That's so cool. You can check out more from the NBA Hero line. You can head over to www.jazwares.com. Spot's going to take a break and get this opened up. And when we come back, we're getting a better look at Derrick Rose from the new NBA Heroes. Don't go anywhere, guys. There's more heading your way. Stay tuned. Derrick Rose out of packaging. Wow. I really, honestly, I wasn't expecting this to be as cool as it really is. I mean, the pieces themselves, the pieces that we'll have a look at in a second, I thought getting them out of packaging that all the pieces were things that you were just gonna, kind of like the old toys where they were all rubber pieces that you kind of just snapped over top of the existing figure. And it's not that at all. I'm really impressed by this line. But before we have a look at the accessories, let's have a look at Derrick Rose. So, for really, I mean, leaving off all the accessories that he comes with, you have a really decent athletic action figure in hand. And it really seems like Jazwares put a lot of effort into these pieces, right down to the fact that he has a fabric jersey on. The front features Chicago Bulls #1. On the back, his name, Rose, on the back there with 1 as well. His trunks are super detailed. Let's bring the camera in here. You can see the Chicago Bulls logo down below. If you guys are a big fan of NBA, let me know what your favorite team is. I don't watch the NBA as much as I used to. Back in the day, I was a big Bulls guy. I also like Portland Trail Blazers. Clyde Drexler, one of my favorite players. So I really like these. Even if you don't add any of the accessories to it, and the accessories are cool, but even if you don't add the accessories, you have a figure that stands so well on its own as just an athletic basketball playing action figure. So I like that. I really like this piece. He has some articulation. Actually, I say some. He has a lot of articulation. His head is on a ball hinge joint, so you can rotate the head, but also allows the head to pivot up and down. You probably can see right away, if you move the jersey up, he has a torso crunch, allows the top torso to move quite a bit. Shoulders are on a ball hinge joint, so they move out. But then you also have a lot of movement forward and back, a little stiffer there. Swivel at the bicep, double bend at the elbow, and a hinge and rotation in the hand. Also too, swivel in the waist. Then when you get to the legs hinge forward, back, out. It's a swivel at the thigh. A really considerable bend at the knee. I mean, look at the height and the bend that you can get in that knee. He has a swivel in the thigh, or swivel in the calf area, and then he also has a swivel and hinge in the foot. I wish that they had also had display stands. But again, not even factoring in the accessories that they come included with. Great figure all in all. I don't know if Jax has rights for the NBA heroes. I don't know if they have the rights for like older players. I know they probably want to get the newer players out there, but it'd be kind of neat to see like Dream Team characters too, like a Michael Jordan, a Larry Bird, Scottie Pippen. I'm trying to think of really like players that I grew up with. Larry Bird as well. I mean, it'd be neat to see them release these kind of figures in like the old like all-star line too. But really neat. As a whole, love the figure. One of the accessories it comes with is a basketball, of course. The basketball also is not what I was expecting. I thought it was going to be just a plastic piece, but it's got like a flocking to it that gives it the texture of a ball. It doesn't feel like it fits very well in his hand. He has these sections on his hand that I thought were magnets, and I thought this section, the ball itself, was magnetized, but it isn't. It doesn't look like it stays in his hand. So you can kind of hold the basketball in his hand like so, but because he's got that little bit of flocking on it, kind of gives a bit of a grip for him to hold on to also. As for his other accessories, this is when we start giving him all the extra armor pieces. We'll just adjust his arms like so. He does have boots, little adjustable boots. I did think, though, getting this out of packaging, that the back section was going to be open, and you kind of like the old Batman figures, you would have just clamped the boots on, but you don't. You take the feet off. You take the leg section here, and you just wiggle them off like so. They're not always the easiest because it's got a really strong peg. But you take the legs off and you basically have poor Derrick Rose without his legs. So then you just take the boots, make sure you have the right section facing the right way, I should say. And those just clamp back into those peg sockets. Again, small holes and a little broader of a peg, so you have to apply a little pressure to them. When you get them on, you got yourself some little rocket boots, some rocket-propelled boots. And those boots themselves have a pivot to them, where you can rotate the boots, move them up and down. So I find that really impressive. You also get yourself a shoulder cannon. And this one is a little more involved. Not really so much more involved, but you do have to take the arm section right off of the shoulder socket. And again, you have to wiggle as you're popping it off. Getting the arm off, a little harder. Getting the robotic arm on, a lot easier. Then you can take the basketball and wedge it in there, because this whole section is hollow, and when you squeeze it, it shoots the basketball out. So that's a nice touch. The last final piece that we can add on to Derrick Rose here is his helmet. The helmet is very soft, kind of has that Spartan look to it, and you can put that over his head, just like so. And you get something that looks like that. I look at this reminds me of Pro Stars. If you haven't seen Pro Stars, look it up. Pro Stars. Bo Jackson, Michael Jordan, and Wayne Gretzky fighting crime, and they had like augmented armor pieces, and they had like basketballs that had rockets and stuff on them. Really cool show. Sadly, it didn't last very long. But there you have Derrick Rose with all his armor in place. I'm very impressed with this line. I don't follow basketball like I used to. I used to be a bigger basketball fan, probably when I was in like junior high to high school. But I appreciate what Jazwares here, I should say, have done with the NBA Heroes line. They've done several figures. I picked up a bunch of them, so we're going to be having a look at those individually. Derrick Rose, very happy with. I'm going to give him, if I can give a rating to NBA Heroes Derrick Rose, I'm going to give it I'm going to give him a 7.5. I think the only thing that's a little harder is just getting the pieces off, like getting the lower legs off and getting the arm off. I wish they had maybe switched it with like magnets or some other way that you can get them on there. But I like the finished look. Even if you don't want the extra armor pieces and the extra things that he comes with, to take that all off, you've still got yourself a really good NBA figure underneath all that. Today's Toy Spot, we were having a look at the Jazwares NBA Heroes Series 1, Derrick Rose from the Chicago Bulls. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more videos heading your way. Thanks for watching as you always do. I'll see you next time.